All right, Virgo, looking into the person that you were dealing with and or thinking about, the first three cards we have here is the Ten of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. We have fire energy and air energy. All right. This lets me know that the person that you're thinking about or dealing with has definitely been an ending with this person. And I feel like they're kind of going through some sort of like inner turmoil. I feel like the energy that they were bringing to the situation was probably not one of very much peace. Like, I feel like the ending between the two of you was not a very peaceful ending. And that things did end. And so I feel like this person has definitely withdrawn their energy from this connection with you. And either they brought a lot of chaos, or a lot of just drama to the connection when you guys were together, or right now they're just dealing with a lot of inner turmoil in regards to you and the connection that you guys once shared. With the Knight of Wands, this does let me know that they do still have passion living within them, right? They still have a passion towards this connection, but they are kind of at this place where they know that there was an ending and they kind of just have to come to terms with it and be okay with it and kind of just deal with their own emotions and their own thoughts and feelings towards the situation. Your energy towards this connection is the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups, and the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So we have water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and then earth energy here coming through. This lets me know that I feel like you had a lot of hope for the situation, for the connection. I feel like you put a lot of energy towards the connection at one point. I still feel like, Virgo, you might have love in your heart for this person. At the end of the day, it's still there. It's okay for it to be there. It's okay for you to have love for someone, to think kindly of someone. I mean, because if you're at a place, you know, where you can think kindly of someone who might have hurt you or who might have done you wrong, you're already on your way towards letting go. You're a lot closer towards letting go than when you hold on to resentment, right? So I do feel like this might have been like what seemed like a happily ever after gone wrong, or a passionate romance took a very sharp turn. And so your energy, you've decided to kind of disconnect with the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. You've taken the energy that you were once pouring into this and you've redirected it elsewhere. You're no longer pouring your energy into this connection, right? The overall energy of the connection is the Devil, Capricorn energy, and the World card. So there was this sense of like an obsessive love almost. Like the energy was like an obsessive, almost toxic romance was the energy here. But let's dive a little bit deeper. I do feel like this might have been a situation where you guys were very, very passionate towards each other, but the longevity of it just wasn't there. There was nothing that you guys could have done to keep this relationship going any further than it did. Let's dive deeper into that. How does this person feel towards you? The 3 of Swords could have been a love triangle situation. The Temperance, fire energy, the Fool, the Fool, the Lovers, that's Aquarian energy with the Fool, the Lovers, Gemini. All right, so this person is hurt. Let's just call it how it is. This person is really hurt. A part of them wants to reconcile, right? A part of them wants to reconcile. They want to come back in. They want to balance things out. They want to see where things could go. But at the same time, they're kind of like, they're going a little bit back and forth between like them being hurt, them wanting to reconcile, and then them just wanting to move on. And I'm seeing that here with the Fool card. Like they're hurt and they're clinging on to hope that maybe there could be some sort of reconciliation. There could be some sort of balance, because with this Lovers card, the Fool card, and the Temperance, like, come on, they still feel a lot of love towards you, a very overwhelming love, a soul tie to you, but they're so hurt. They're actually hurt, and they could be hurt because you left, or they could be hurt by their own actions in the situation. And so they're just so unsure of what to do. They kind of go back and forth with their feelings. And it's never really a straight line. I feel like one day they're just super hurt and the other day they have so much hope for the situation that it could possibly resurface. So they kind of go back and forth. How do you feel? All right. So you are kind of focused on yourself and you're very much focused, Virgo, on what makes you feel good. I do believe that at some point you did feel like you could depend on this person, that you could rely on this person, that you could possibly feel safe with this person and put down roots with this person. And that probably quickly came to a head and you withdrew. You withdrew yourself, right? You withdrew your coins, your love, your heart, your energy. And now you're just focused on your coins. You're focused on yourself, building yourself back up. It's all about you, right? You're withdrawn. You're focused on your friend circle, your family circle. You're focused on the things that make you feel good. Again, this could have been a love triangle situation. So you could be with someone else right now and you're just focused on that connection. All right. What does this person want when it comes to you? They don't even know. Hanged Man, Pisces energy. We also have Virgo energy with the Hermit before. And then we have the Empress, which is Libra energy here. You have a lot of major arcana. So I feel like this person, you probably shook this person's world up and they might have shook your world up for sure. But they're unsure of what they want out of the situation at this point in time. Of course, this can change tomorrow. This can change next week, but they're a little bit unsure. And I feel like this person also just feels like there's no way to rebirth this. Like they might feel a little bit uneasy because with the Empress in reverse, they just don't know if there could be a rebirth, if there could be a reconciliation, if there could be, you know, a resurfacing of you and them. So they're just so unsure. They're unsure. A part of them is like, I want to move forward. A part of them is like, well, can we try again? You know, what do you want? Like I said, you're focused on yourself. You're focused on your healing. And I feel like you're being really strict with yourself, Virgo. We have the Six of Swords, air energy, the Star card, Aquarius, and the Emperor, which is Aries. So you're focused on yourself. You're being very strict with yourself. I feel like when emotions do surface, you're kind of just putting your attention elsewhere. You're putting your focus elsewhere. You're putting your focus on the things that are pouring into you. You're putting your focus on healing, and you're focusing on moving forward with the Six of Swords. So at the end of the day, you just want to move forward. You just want to move forward. You just want to heal. You want to keep hope alive for future endeavors, right? And you just want to build yourself back up. You just want to be a stronger, better, just more authentic version of yourself at this point. What are their future actions towards you? I feel like this person feels like the situation is really heavy. Like they feel like it's heavy. It's heavy to them. Right? And I see them here with the Four of Cups in the center here. I see them just kind of looking at you, like the idea of you, contemplating about the idea of you without actually acting on it. So their future actions is one of just like not really being open to doing anything about the situation, but they're thinking about you. Like I see them thinking about you and like seeing that you're there, but not necessarily coming forward to do anything about it. Because like I said, this person is hurt. They're hurt. I mean, Three of Swords, they're hurt. They're in some level of pain, whether or not they're allowing you to see it. What are your future actions towards this person? I feel like for some of you Virgos, you might have a conversation with them. You might decide to have a conversation. And that's okay. There's no shame in that. If you want to have a conversation, clear the air, say what you need to say, have them say what they need to say, that's fine. For another half of you, I do see that new love is in the air, right? You're focused on new love. Your actions towards them could be one of moving on. Could be one of moving on. But for another half of you, it is you approaching this person again. You could approach this person again. Take it how it resonates, but the cards don't lie. You know, the Messenger card of the Page of Cups, the Two of Cups, the Hierophant, which is commitment. You getting up and saying, okay, maybe I do want to work on this. Maybe I do want to fix what was wrong. Maybe I do want to see where things can go. Maybe I gave up too fast, you know? Because this person is going back and forth in their own head about coming forward. I feel like they're just too hurt and unsure to do it. What's stopping this connection from moving forward? We have the 7 of Wands, fire energy. So I feel like both of you are kind of guarded. And somebody feels like this connection is more trouble than it's worth. And that's what's kind of stopping it from moving forward, is that instead of putting the work in the connection, you both are kind of just putting the work into yourselves and not on the actual connection, because someone here thinks it's more trouble than it's worth. Most likely outcome is the Sun card, the 2 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. Like I said, I feel like this could have been a love triangle situation, or there were more people involved than just you. You had someone else, they had someone else. Take it how it resonates. Most likely outcome, I see you taking that passion, taking your passion, and them taking their passion, and you guys moving on somewhere else, choosing another option, to be honest. I see blocks in communication with the 5, the 5 of Pentacles. I don't see you two coming together necessarily. Let's see though. Will you two be together again? I don't see it. I see this being kind of like pushed to the side, this being cut off, kind of giving up and saying, okay, it's done, it's done, it's done. You know, and that's fine. That's fine. Acknowledge how you feel and move on. This person is a little hurt though. They're hurt. Is a new love coming in for you? I do see new love coming in. It is going to be after you really cut away these soul ties that are still lingering in your energy field, Virgo. But I do see new love manifesting for you. I see the options opening up, and that comes after the soul ties, after you fully walk away. And I mean emotionally, you know, mentally, spiritually cut the ties with people that no longer need to be in your energy field, letting them go. That doesn't mean having animosity, because when you have animosity, when you have hate, they're still in your energy field. You need to forgive. You need to let go, forgive yourself, and move on. But I do see new love. This could be someone from your past where you didn't get something off the ground with them. I see that could be a new love potential, or new love in totality, just new love in general with someone completely new. Do you see like this person is absolutely going to celebrate you though. So I do love that energy. I love that energy. All right. The rest of this reading is going to be for those that are in no contact. All right. If you're in a no contact situation, why is this person not communicating with you? We have the Ace of Swords. So they're really trying to cut this off at the head. They're trying to move on. They're trying to take their passion elsewhere. They do still have passion for you for sure, but they're trying to cut it off. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to move on. They really are. Do they want to have a conversation? Probably. I'll ask that question. But they're really just trying to cut this off, gain some clarity, gain some closure, and move on, start fresh. All right. Why are you not communicating? I mean, this caused you pain as well, Virgo. And to you, it's just done. You're not communicating because it's really done. I mean, I do see you keeping tabs on this person. Tarot readings is a form of keeping tabs on people. But I just see you allowing it to crumble down. I really do. I see you allowing it to crumble to the ground. Although there is that soul tie there, right? There is that soul tie. Will they reach out to you? I don't see them reaching out, to be honest, with the 5 of Pentacles and the Emperor. They're being really strict about it. Even if they wanted to, they're not allowing themselves to give in to that urge. Will you reach out to them? I do. I see, for some of you Virgos, I'm just reading the cards. So if it doesn't resonate, don't take it. But for some of you, you may send them a message at some point. The Page of Cups is a messenger card. We have all positive yeses here. So I do see that some of you might reach out to them. You really might. Now, if you're in a relationship with someone else, I would say you're focused on that new relationship. But if you're not in a new relationship with someone else, I do see some of you Virgos reaching out to this person. Okay, what will be the outcome? See, I see the outcome of you guys reconciling would be you would have to put in that work. I could see it being work to kind of rebuild the connection, but I also see someone still being guarded. That I don't like. I don't like that, like somebody still being guarded. But I do see that, you know, someone would be working to rebuild the connection. Why is this person holding back, though? I want to know. All right, so the 9 of Swords in reverse. All right, so this person just wants it to be done. Like, they want the thoughts to stop. They want the pain to stop. So they're holding back because they just want to let go. They don't want the nightmares. They don't want the restlessness. They don't want the anxiety. They don't want the pain of this anymore. And I feel like they want to manifest something new. They want to build themselves back up. And I feel like this person feels safer in the silence and they just need their space. That's why they're holding back from this connection. That's why they're not communicating. Do they want to reach out? A part of them does, but it's a little wishy-washy. A part of them does, though. Yeah. A part of them does with the Knight of Pentacles. But they're truly, truly holding back. All right, let's do all the way from Aries to Pisces. All right. Is this connection even worth exploring? Let's do all the way from Aries to Pisces. If you're dealing with an Aries, this connection is still worth investing into if you want it to. Absolutely. I could see a happily ever after as long as there is a balancing of the scales. You're both giving to each other and you're working on whatever caused, you know, the relationship to end in the first place, you know? So with the Aries, yes, it is still worth investing into. Taurus. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Trust your intuition on that. But you both need to respect each other. I just want to say that with the Taurus. There needs to be a level of respect with the Taurus. There needs to be a level of respect before you two can move forward. But yes, that is still worth investing into. Gemini. Yes. Oh my gosh. That is still worth investing into with the Gemini. Who broke up with who here? Sorry. All right. Cancer. Is it worth investing into? No, not with the Cancer. I feel like if you went down that path with this person, you would regret it with the Cancer. So no. Leo. No. I will walk away. It doesn't serve your highest good with the Leo. Virgo. No. You're better off staying single, building yourself back up, standing in your power. Move on with the Virgo. Libra. It is still worth investing into. Yes, it is still. It's still worth investing into for sure with the Libra. Scorpio. This is the thing. There needs to be balance with the Scorpio. If you or them are the ones, if you're giving your all, walk away. If they're giving their all, it's just not worth it. It's not balanced enough. You're not going to be happy. If there is a sense of balance, a sense of give, then yes. But if not, walk away from the Scorpio. Sagittarius. No, that's toxic. Walk away. No. I feel like with the Sag, that's just sexual, to be honest. Capricorn, is it worth it? It is. It is. With the Capricorn, it is worth it. Go slow. Don't give your all at first. You know what I mean? Like, test the waters. Go slow. Rebuild. And then you can, and then you can open your heart again fully to this connection with the Capricorn. But yes, it is worth it. All right. Aquarius. Yeah. It is worth it with the Aquarius. And Pisces. No, it's more trouble than it's worth. With the Pisces, it's more trouble than it's worth. I will walk away.